Good evening, Spiritual Collective. So I was drawn to do another reading tonight, and when I was concentrating, meditating on what we needed to hear on this night, the Nine of Wands flew out of the deck first. Surrounded on both sides by the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. So, what this says to me is on the path of creativity, of passion that we're on, this passionate path that we're on to mastery. This path of desire, a dream that we're following, that we're headed to, a goal. This path to that is surrounded by a lot of thoughts, anxious thoughts. Someone's anxious and someone is down, okay? So you get a lot of thoughts in your head, different thoughts, different things your thoughts are saying to you. This could be based off past results of things that have happened in the past when you were on a path, this path, or a path like it. You feel that you may not be able to do it. You may not be able to accomplish it. There may be roadblocks set up in your way that you feel you are insurmountable. You may feel a lot of anxiety towards this path, headed on this path. And the Five of Cups, again, get this a lot. Focusing on the rainy, broken cups. Okay. You do have something. You do already have something. And it is bright and it is fulfilling. This could also be a partnership that you have as well. Definitely seeing that, the Two of Cups, but on this side. However, your focus is based off of thoughts that are keeping you up, that are keeping your mind is clouded. Again, I just did a reading and this was coming up. The clouded mind. There were thoughts that were weighing you down. That was the prior reading. I felt like I needed to do another reading tonight. There was something there. Anyways, regardless, there is something that is keeping you down. It's definitely, you feel that you are just not quite getting there. And that happens. Okay. You need to breathe. You need to relax. Don't feel anxious. If you're feeling anxious, it kind of felt like a pang of anxiety. Kind of weird. So breathe. Okay. Do those deep focusing exercises that you do. Do something that relaxes you. Okay. Death. Death comes out. So there is a transition. There's a transition phase. There's a transition you're going through. It could be you transitioning jobs or homes or something like that that's keeping you in this worried state. The Queen of Swords. Something, yeah. Okay, something is getting cut. Something is getting cut out. You're worried about finances. You're definitely worried about finances. This fell out reversed on the Five of Cups. And I don't even see that that's, I mean, that could be the case. But I feel like this is a worry that you have, or something not manifesting the kind of abundance that you want. Okay, it could just be that it's definitely not nourishing you. It's definitely, when you're focusing on these Three of Cups, it's bringing you down. You need a different perspective. And the Wheel of Fortune. You got the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. That's what we got. We got the together. These came out together. So, yeah, different perspective. Definitely looking at a different perspective on your luck, this new cycle. This new cycle, it needs a new perspective. It needs a new you. You need a different perspective on this. You need to adopt a different way of looking at things. And there's definitely a transition, and there's definitely, you got a lot of major arcana here. I mean, you got Death, you got the Hangman, and the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a new cycle, a transition. And you're feeling, yeah, I mean, that's going to make you feel a certain way. I mean, already it's going to feel a little chaotic. It's going to have you a little up in the air. Literally up in the air. But you may feel turned around. You're disoriented. You're disoriented on your path because of this change. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. So it's not, I'm not getting dramatic. I'm not getting a drastic change. It's a change. It's a transition. You're transitioning, and you're going to have a new a new way of looking at it. Ace of Wands is this inspiration, which is great to have on your Nine of Wands, because, you know, there's a fire card. Just another major arcana. Justice. I'm also getting equilibrium. Things are going to equal out. Things are going to get better. Things are definitely going to equal out. They're definitely going to, I get rule in your favor. Yeah, I don't get that it's again, I get that's ruling, that, yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune. Rule in your favor. It's going to take time. A new way, again, a new way of thinking. The Hermit, a new way of looking at things, I was just going to say. And then the Hermit came out. Yes. The Hermit, you need to spend time by yourself. Meditation, contemplation, and really analyzing why you feel the way you feel. You really need this. This will help you. This will help you a lot. This will help you gain that inspiration that you need to go forward on your path. The light and the torch. This is that light that's going to be in that. Yeah, it's that torch in that little lantern. It's the light. It's lighting your way. But you do this when you go within. You need to go within. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, because when I got that weird kind of anxiety feeling, like for no reason. Well, I'm doing reading, so I'm assuming that's, now obviously that's for the reading. The Knight of Swords. Okay. You got the Queen of Swords and you got the Knight of Swords. You may need to communicate. You may also need to, there's movement here. There's definitely, again, with the cutting and the sword and the scythe, but also when you focus your mind, you'll be able to battle those thoughts that are coming in. You need to get at a point where you can get to where you can battle those negative thoughts, but also communication. There's some kind of communication that needs to take place to get things going as well. So take time to yourself, but also there's some kind of process. There's some kind of, like, whether it be verbal or emails or letters, paperwork, something, collaboration. There's something there with that. but getting it going, moving towards that. Very important. Up. The Four of Swords. I was like, because this usually comes up with, you know, resting the mind, meditation. This will ease your mind. You need to do this. You may do this. Well, you need to do it more. You need to spend, I don't know. There's something about, like, you really need to calm down. Have a different focus. Have a different perspective. You need a different perspective. Things will change. Things are changing. This fell down. I just saw this. This fell down, face down, or picture down. And it was the Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Getting with this image is definitely meditating. And she's meditating and she's in connection with her intuition. Divine, yeah, you really, and it was funny because I was just talking about this and I pulled this and I turned the card around and it's meditation. Okay, you may do this, you may need to do more of this. If you don't do this, you need to do this. Like, double time, triple time, and go. Meditate. It will serve you well. Contemplation. Yeah, even if you're new to meditation and you haven't really done that, start with contemplation. Start there. Deep breathing, contemplation. Write things down. Analyze. Try to calm your mind. But you definitely need to calm your mind because I feel like you're causing, it's a commotion. It's a commotion with thoughts that are different thoughts, but they're all like not helping you. The sun, a lot of Major Arcana, the sun. This is a positive, this is going to end up positive. It may not end up the way that you think it's going to end up, so you need to like change your perspective. Again, I already said that. But you need to change, you need to release control over how this is going to happen. Okay? The sun, it's going to be successful. It's going to work out. The Wheel of Fortune upright, the sun, you know, justice in your favor. Definitely getting that. But it's the mental stuff. The mental stuff, okay? The Two of Wands. Another fire card. Yeah. There is some stability here. There's definitely going to be some branching out. You're also going to get more clarity. There's going to be something there that you're gonna have help. There's like a helping hand as well. Fire, inspiration. Someone helping you. Someone inspiring you. There's inspiration. There's creative communication. There's some kind of creative partnership as well. A creative partnership. There's something there about like a partnership or something like of that nature of coming together. Of maybe you have someone you are currently with that's going to be helpful to you. Maybe it's someone in the future as well that can also be a good business partner or something, or a creative, more like creative partner. It's definitely creative and passionate. It feels warm and caring. Well, it is fire. I don't know. It's something about this image. There's something about this image that speaks to that for me. Okay, so yeah, okay. This is not bad. It kind of reminds me of the last reading I did. This it's basically really delving deep into that as well, again, in a different way. Yeah. So we need to see what it is that's kind of, that's our shadow that's keeping us. What's going on here? Okay. What's this what's this shadow aspect that's coming up in our thoughts that needs to be healed? Forgetting oneself. Forgetting oneself. Are you neglecting yourself in some way? Are you not prioritizing yourself? Are you putting yourself last every time? Are you... Maybe that's why, another reason why you need to hermit mode and Four of Swords and meditate. To really get into communication with yourself. There's an aspect of yourself that you're forgetting, that you're abandoning. And that's not helping your mental space. Artificial heart. Okay. Not being true to yourself and not following your heart. I mean, that's your goal, is to follow your heart, but that's what gets you get scared. You're scared to follow your heart because you're scared of the outcome. Sacrifice is a sword. Something's getting cut. This could be a habit. You need to cut out a habit. You need to, there's something there that you need to cut out and replace it with something more productive. We've gotten this in a past reading, a recent reading as well. Okay. You need to be true to yourself. There's something about, you may, yeah, like you feel you're true to yourself, but on some level, there's somewhere that you're neglecting yourself. Okay. Wow. Really? Oh my God. This. Okay. All right. Okay. This is from a different deck. It came up. Got mixed in. Sacrificing to something to create something else. Giving your life force energy, or putting your energy towards something that is going to bring rewards, to follow that sacrifice card. Bringing something to life, bringing something into creation. Okay. You're also reanimating yourself. When you cut this thing out and you spend time doing the things that doing something that you would be better off doing, it's definitely going to give you more energy in the long run. It's gonna give you more momentum because you're building towards something that you need to build towards. Okay, that's very important. This will help you find yourself again, or not find yourself, but yeah, just sort of like, because you're forgetting yourself. There's something that, maybe you're even putting off something that you enjoy doing, that you have time for, but you're doing something else that you don't need to do, but you're doing that instead. I mean, you may like that thing too, or but not as much, or it's placating your mind, but in the whole grand scheme of things, it's causing, it's not, because you're halting some progress. Okay. The 9 of Discs. Interesting image. The 9 of Discs. You're being presented with something. You're being presented with something. There's guidance on the other side. Okay. I get heavily that this is you. That this is us. That this is... And that we're being presented with something. This is a talisman of sorts. And we have a spiritual guide. Oh, this may... Oh. Okay, that, I pulled that card too. Sorry, that the spiritual guide is also helping us. There may be, maybe also as well, having a talisman that helps you connect with a spiritual guide as well. Getting that to help you really have more communicate, or feel like you have more communication or access to the other side. The 9 of Cups. The 2 9s. Okay? The 9 of Cups. Wow, yeah. Pouring into the divine is pouring into a Bastet-like figure. This feels like Goddess Bastet pouring into your cups of emotional fulfillment. So there is emotional fulfillment here. There is emotional, yeah. You just need to find a way to connect to yourself and your guides. There's definitely some spiritual help on the other side for you. You definitely have a strong spiritual connection. You're very, whoa! You're very in tune with your spirituality. You're very connected to Source. And you have a wellspring of guides there for you, waiting to help you. Okay. Definitely getting that. So don't fear. I mean, this is a good reading. You do it. I mean, there's always going to be the mental stuff in the background. But if you let that stuff take over, if you let that hinder your emotions, yeah, it's going to be hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck? Hold on. What is this? What is this? You got the 10 of Swords with the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Got a lot of 9s here. Again, we have another 9 of Wands. We have 2 9 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands as a path. And we have the 9 of Wands as a circle. Encircling a magician. Okay, doing ritual work, summoning something, doing an incantation. You're definitely sending this out. You're sending your energy out, creatively and creativity. That energy, you're sending that. You're sending that out into the universe, and hoping, right? You're definitely you hold the torch. You hold this creativity inside you, which you wield. What on earth? Did this just... Oh my god, it's like it just appeared in my hand. Like, I didn't even have that in my hand. Like, maybe it was behind another card? Okay. So, I had the 10 of Swords. I'm getting this as an ending. Okay. Obviously, this is an ending. Execution. But what I'm getting is, obviously, this is going to be removing his head. So, that is, it's an end to these thoughts. These thoughts that will end, like, you know, the 10 of Swords, like, you know, when it's so much, when it's so overbearing, it's at the ending of like all these. But I'm getting that, and this is going to sound funny, but, or not funny, just strange, but removing the head, removing that, the ending, removing the constant thoughts, this cycle of thoughts, of chaotic thinking, or of just thinking that gets you stagnated, getting rid of that. Okay. And then we had the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, which was right next to the Ten of Swords. So definitely you're going to have this new inspiration. We get rid of something, cut something out, sacrifice, get rid of those thoughts, those negative ideas that keep you trapped, and replace it with inspiration. Replace it some new thought, some new idea is coming in. When you quiet your mind and get rid of that racing stuff, it's the ending to that and beginning to new inspiration. Yes, definitely. And then this showed up in my hand between the 10 of Swords and the Ace. And I hadn't seen it before. Maybe it was behind a different card, but I looked down and it's in my hand. It's the Ace of Discs. The Ace of Discs. That's good. That's a, yeah. There's a potential for some great wealth here. The potential is here, and it's definitely, I feel like you will have wealth coming in. You will have material gains of some sort. Also, it's obviously it's powerful, but it's you're being presented with it twice. Like, look at this. Like, that's the amulet. That's the amulet that that you're being presented with in this 9 of Discs. It's like you're being presented with it. This is yours. This is your power. You have a power that you don't realize you have as well. The King of Swords. Okay. The King of Swords coming in through a window. That's interesting. King of Swords. With a dagger in his hand. Huh. Okay. The moon in the background. Okay. That's interesting. Some kind of stealth on your part is needed. Stealth and invisibility. Maybe keeping things quiet. Keeping this new inspiration quiet, like we've talked about many times in the last reading that came up. Being stealthy about it. The Four of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have reason to celebrate. You're going to have reason to celebrate. You're going to also, you know, if you have a significant other, there's definitely some romance involved. Again, I feel like as well with being stealthy, also not letting thoughts invade your space. Like negative thoughts invade your mindscape. You have to be in control of this. You have to be in control of what enters your mind. Or at least being able to catch it when it does. There's something there. But all in all, it's very prosperous. It's very celebratory. You definitely need to make a sacrifice and change your habits just a little bit. Put yourself first. Maybe definitely do something you enjoy. There's something that, yeah, you need to mix it up to get things moving, to honor yourself. There's something that you're doing are not doing that's stagnating you because you're not fully honoring yourself. Okay? So you need to do that. So, I mean, we're looking good. We're looking good. Just really stay away from that anxious energy. Again, tonight with the readings, it's just like chaotic and anxious. And the prior one, I had a lot of like brain fog. So what do we need to do? We know what we need to do, obviously, but some more guidance, some more clarification on how to further heal and grow. Move through your fear. Oh, move through your fear. Yes. There's definitely fear in this reading. You know, there's definitely, yeah. You need to move through it. You need to just face it. Face your fears. Move through it to the other side. Vulnerability is power. So getting to know why you're vulnerable, honoring that, working with that, harnessing that in a way that is productive for you. It's promising. It's just like, yeah, you get fearful when your life is changing or when you want to drastically change your life and you don't have full control over how that happens. You know, it can be a lot on your mind. It definitely is a lot on your mind. Explore fullness and trust the call. Explore fullness, again, with doing things that fulfill you. Because, again, you're forgetting yourself. Remember that the card, you're forgetting yourself. And it's just like, don't do that. See? Forgetting yourself. But you need to explore your fullness. So, yeah. Really do those things that make your heart sing. Do those things that really get your inspiration, that just allow you to feel the abundance pouring in. Do those things, the things that really light yourself up. Do those. Trust the call. Trust the call. Trust that you are being guided. You do have some powerful spirit guides. Definitely getting that. Trust the call. Trust what you want to do. Trust that this will work out in some way for you because you're on the right path. It's definitely a good path that you're on. It's just clouded because, you know, you're worried, and that makes sense. You know. Anything else? Anything else? Further guidance? You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? Okay. Yeah, so again, finding things that light you up with joy and do those, but also too, what things can you celebrate now? With the Four of Wands, you do have things to celebrate. What are those things that you can be celebrating as a victory? As something that you've accomplished. You've done something. You are accomplished. You have accomplishments. What are they? Celebrate those. Okay? Trust your faith. Dive into the unfolding journey. Again, another trust card. Trust and faith. Trust your faith and dive into the unfolding journey. Yes, again, a journey, a path. Continue on this path with faith and trust with yourself and with the divine, because you're connected. To receive, you must release. Again, with the sacrifice, you need to release something. There's an end coming. You definitely need to get rid of the incessant chatter in your head, the thoughts that you keep having that keep you in this spiraling, stagnant state. You need to release that. There may be some other things that you need to release. But definitely that's something that needs to go, for sure. And this will bring in something new and positive. Okay? So, all in all, a good read. This is natural. This happens, especially when you're changing your life, making changes to the way you do things, and spend time with yourself. Do things that make you happy, and find yourself again. Find yourself again. Push through your fears. Push through your fears to the other side. The other side is looking good. You got a lot of positive cards suggesting that things will work out in your favor. Okay? So keep going. Walk in trust. Trust in yourself and trust in the divine. You are blessed.